Bullying is a touchy subject.
Touch!
Most people have gotten bullied sometime or another in their life, and most of the time it's because their bullies have this whole butt ton of emotional issues that they decide to take out on an undeserving victim. If you're a bully that's watching this, I don't like you, and you should stop. Just stop! You should never make another human being feel bad about themselves. Bullies are evil. You don't want to be evil, do you?
Oh yes, I do.
Shame. Well, what? Shame. This story happened back when I was in primary school. I think I was around 9 years old at the time. My mom wanted to do her PhD in the UK, so we packed up and moved from Malaysia to Scotland. Yeah. Quite a big shift, am I right? The big cultural difference was a lot to get used to, especially for a kid. I mean, it took me a while just to comprehend the heavy Scottish accents. At one point, I even convinced myself that perhaps they weren't even speaking English at all. I'm so sorry. No offense to any Scots that are watching this. I actually developed a Scottish accent of my own along the line, but back to the story. In Malaysia, the new school year starts at the beginning of the year, January. But it was different in the UK because of the seasonal changes. We arrived in the UK in December, whilst it was supposed to be vacation for the kids in Malaysia, but smack in the middle of a school year for them Scottish kids. You have no idea how unpleasantly surprised I was. You've read the title of this video. You can guess what happened next. Being the new kid isn't the best thing in the world, and you often end up on the sharp end of the stick. I was bombarded with questions of all sorts, and I innocently thought this whole Q&A session meant I was slowly making friends. Bzz, wrong! You're from Malaysia, eh? Ain't that a third world country? What? No, it really isn't. Third world country. Ain't that mean you have lice? No, I wash my hair every day. Not everyone in Asia has lice. Oh wow, you have a weird accent? You look funny. To be honest, I wasn't too sure how to react to all of this, so most of the time I didn't. You would think that my lack of expression would make them lose interest in me, but nope. Just to add to my misery, at that time my mother used to cut my hair really short. Imagine a bowl cut. Yeah, that. And this gave them yet another reason to pick on me. Hey, are you a boy or a girl? A girl. Hey, is that a boy or a girl? Maybe it's both. They used to keep asking me this question repeatedly, even though they obviously knew the answer. And it was almost a daily thing that they kept tormenting me with. It came to a point that I didn't even want to make friends anymore. I just wanted to be left alone. I used to hide away during break and recess times. Just anything to get away from their mocking questions. There was one point where I got really lonely, and I came up with the idea to draw some friends instead. At that time, I loved Pokemon. I used to spend my time at home catching them all on my Game Boy. Know where this is going? Yep. I drew lots of Pokemon friends and had a really wild imagination to top it all off. I drew myself going on all kinds of adventures with my Poke friends. The fire types are always my favorite. And thus began my journey as an artist. I remember back then I used to have sketchbooks full of my stories. Instead of hiding away during recess like I usually did, I made the bold step to just sit outside on one of the benches, completely exposed to enemy attacks. But surprisingly, none came. Instead, I was greeted by kids that loved watching me draw, and suddenly their insults were replaced by compliments. Hey, did you draw that? Oh wow, that's amazing. Do you mind if I... No, not at all. Come sit down. Believe it or not, I actually made some friends after that and really enjoyed my time in the UK. I had some invaluable experiences there that I wouldn't trade for anything in the world. This may sound cliche, but sometimes bad things happen for a reason, and that reason doesn't make itself apparent until much later on in life. If I hadn't been bullied back then then maybe I wouldn't have discovered my love for drawing, which also means this YouTube channel wouldn't have been created in the first place. Yeah, life has a funny way of unraveling itself. If you have any bullying stories of your own or experiences that were similar to mine that you'd like to share, please type it down in the comments below. I'd love to read them. I know this video is out way later than usual. I do my best to reach the at least one video per month quota, but some health and personal stuff just got in the way. I had this creative block for a couple of weeks, but it's gone now, and I'm more pumped than ever to release more content. I love you guys. Thank you so much for sticking around, and I'll see you later.